two,
one. Take off.
one. It's a blast off.
Blasting off. Welcome to the Daily Reset for Success Show with Melissa
Yeah.
Cooper.
Again, you guys are stuck with me. Yay.
2 days in a row.
Well, I just thought that maybe, just maybe, I could make some more goofy faces and do all the different things that I've always wanted to do when I grew up.
Oh, you had to grow up to do that, huh?
Yes, I did. I couldn't resist. I had to put that out there.
Okay.
I promise one day I'll grow up.
I don't want you to grow up. Are you kidding? That's boring.
Well, when my children were little, I became a godmother to to a young man. And they asked as we were in the retreat, they said, "What are the good things about growing up?" And the little boy looked around and the table was there. And the man, I felt very bad for him. His son was there. His dad was there with him. And I was his godmother, or going to be his godmother. And the boy waited. And finally, the man says, "Come on, guys. There's something good about growing up." And I turned around and I looked at the kids and I said, "Look at all the fun that I have because I'm grown up." I said, "I get to choose my passion. I get to follow my passion. I get to do exactly what I want." And the little boy looked at me and he said, "You're the only grown up I've ever known that does that."
Wait a minute. Wait for it.
That's right. That's right. Exactly. Exactly. You know, and that's what the little boy said. He says, "You're the only," that's right. That's right. He says, "You're the only grown up I know that does all that." I know. I know. We get bogged down by everybody else's expectations of us. And it's not until we all of a sudden stop and say, "You know what? I got to follow my path. I have to follow my passion. And I have to just, what? Oh, what does Melinda Cooper say? Keep moving forward."
I am moving forward. Thank you, Melinda Cooper.
Great. I'm great. I'm super excited about what you're about to launch, about what we're building together. And yay.
This runs right along with what we didn't really have time to dig into what it is that we're up to because people, I'm sure, are curious. As friends, as really good friends, our friendship has evolved and gotten better and better, and we trust each other more and more, and the bond is unbreakable, and we find ways. I know we want to work together, but neither one of us want to be an employee. Neither one of
No,
us really want someone else making the decisions. So we have
no.
to do what we call working together
Collaborators.
in a collaboration type of style where we have projects that we work on together.
That's right.
Little
That's
bits
right.
and pieces here and there, you know.
That's right. And
Both
that's
of
what it's about.
both of us are too strong to well, you take the lead. No, you take the lead. I'm taking the lead. No, I'm taking the lead.
That's right. It's because, I'm going to tell you, when your passion just comes spewing out of you and you've worked so hard to get to this point in your life, you do not want to give it up.
Right.
That's the reality.
That's right.
You reach a certain level and you're like, "Oh, I'm exactly where I might want to be today." So when you do that, you don't want to give it up.
Well, okay. So it takes a while to get here. And Melinda and I had this discussion there earlier today about passion. If you just do what you're passionate about, you'll probably be broke in no time flat if you're not already. Okay. And you keep trying and you keep trying, and usually doesn't work if you just try to do whatever you're passionate about, and there's not the strategy behind it. There's not someone telling you you need to increase your prices, you need to add more services, whatever it is. If you just follow your passion, you probably won't go anywhere. Honestly, it would be a fluke if you did. Isn't that what you were trying to tell me, Melinda Cooper?
Actually, I was. And the reason I say that, yes, the reason I say that is because you know what? Forward isn't an accident. Did you get that? Forward is not an accident. Just like growth isn't an accident. Have you ever seen people, I'm sure you have, that they have an issue, it comes up once, then a couple of months later, they're telling you about the same issue. And you're like, is this the one that happened last? Oh, no, this is something else that happened. And it's the same thing. I tell people all the time, if we don't learn it, it's kind of like it's going to keep coming around like a vicious, vicious Ferris wheel that has gone amok, right? Because the situation is that unless we learn it, just like we learn our ABCs, we do not get to go forward. And our passion takes us to where we want to build it. Oh my God, we want to grow it. Oh my God, we want the world to see it. We want them to know, oh God, let me share with you so much, right? And so when they do that, everybody goes, okay, what's your plan? Oh, I don't know. Well, how are you going to get it out? I haven't figured that part out yet. Well, okay, so how are you going to make money like that? What? This is from my heart. Yes, that's true, but you know what? The heart does not pay the bills as much as we would love for them to pay the bills. And there are many people out there that say what they're doing pays the bills. And one of my favorite gentlemen was Zig Ziglar. Okay. The man was tremendous. There's no other way of saying it. He was just tremendous. And he absolutely did what he loved. But you know what? There was a lot of steps and a lot of back office that took him to get where he was going.
Yes, yes. He didn't do it by himself, did he?
Oh, no, 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 no. And he didn't just jump in one day and say, today is the day. No, no. He's put a strategy plan together. He got it together. He figured it out. And then he walked. Oh, what did he do? Then he walked forward with that passion.
Now his son took over after he passed away. Am I correct with that?
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
And his name is Tom or something like that?
Tom Ziegler. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And he is a great man as well. I have met him. I've been very fortunate to meet him. I've actually caught him on photography. I've got some pictures of him and his lovely daughter and the group that he spoke to and things like this. And I really enjoyed listening to him and the way he conveys the message. But guess what? He has a strategy as well,
Ah, yes, I believe that.
right?
Well, before we get into this too far, I'm going to read the daily word. Today's word is discover.
Okay.
I love it. I'm open to infinite discoveries.
I accept it within me.
Thank you. My eyes, my mind, and my heart are open to every new opportunity for discovery that comes my way. I flow easily and effortlessly from one experience to another with childlike awe. I like that. When I choose to see with fresh eyes from a renewed perspective, I discover something within myself as I travel to new places and meet new people. In my spiritual life, my ongoing journey of self discovery brings me to the edge of new frontiers in my consciousness. The time I spend in prayerful contemplation quiets my mind and allows me to touch newfound depths of stillness within. Peace permeates my body and my mind, and I am humbled to make such a wondrous discovery, the gift of sweet tranquility. I am open to infinite discoveries.
I accept. I receive that in my spirit and my energy.
So today's topic, if you so choose to go along with me, is about using your passion to create income. So, as we're discussing, if you just have a passion for playing pickleball and you say, I'm going to use my passion to make money, but you don't have any thoughts on how you're going to make money, then you're not going to make any money, are you?
Well, I don't know about that so much. Somebody eventually, somewhere out of the blue, out of Timbuktu, will definitely see you. The difference is that is it really, I do a lot of things for passion. I've got to tell you, um, I get together with people and we pray. That's part of my passion. I answer questions from ladies, entrepreneurs that, you know what, I don't know if they're realizing that, by quote unquote picking my brain with a question, I'm actually giving them my time and my passion, right? And people don't understand that, okay? But it is. And it's because I love helping people. The difference is that when I answer those quick questions or when somebody picks my brain or we're over coffee and I completely redesign, oh, you know what you can do with this? I can't help it, right? I can't help it. The creativity kicks in, and before you know it, boom, this is what you could do with that. Blah, 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 blah. Because I give them something new, something ideas. Nobody's writing me a check for that.
Right.
Unless they're a client, no one's writing a check for it. But they do come back for the golden nugget. So for me, it's a strategy of deciding how much you actually are giving away your passion and how much you are willing to earn for your passion.
Okay. All right, let's give them some real solid steps that they can take if they have a passion for something. First of all, I'm going to start with let's find out if other people are making money with that passion. So I gave you the idea of pickleball, okay? I started playing pickleball and I was hooked. Oh my God, it was so much fun. It was a cross between tennis and ping pong, but it wasn't as strenuous, and you play with a team member and people. It's the fastest growing sport in the United States, and I could see dollar signs literally. I really could. I loved pickleball. I thought, oh, I could make a website and sell pickleball balls and pickleball paddles, and when I really looked at it, um, I realized that it would be a lot more work than I really wanted to put into it. Oh, hey, we've got somebody in the audience here, Captain Jack Scrapper, or is
Hey,
it
Captain
Scraper?
Jack, how are you?
Ahoy, Captain Jack! I love that name. That's awesome. Is
Oh,
it Scraper or Scrapper? I'm sorry. What do you think, Melinda?
I'm sorry.
Is it Scraper or Scrapper?
I'm sure he looks like a scrapper to me.
Nice to
So
see you. Thank you.
nice to see you. Nice to see you. It's really true. One of the steps I always ask is that if it's something that you're passionate about, is it answering or helping to solve a problem? Because I got to tell you something. Everybody laugh for just a minute. I love singing. I love to sing. But I got to be honest, I am not quite Whitney Houston. I'm not Judy Garland. I'm not Madonna. So nobody, I'm not even J-Lo. And not anybody is willing to pay me for my singing. But I do love it. And I don't think with the exception of now my beautiful granddaughter, I don't think many people are really asking for me to stand up and sing for them. But I love it. It's a passion. And yet I have to face the fact that it's not going to.
Okay, so what I think Belinda's trying to go around here, let's get right into the meat of that one, is that maybe you need to hire a coach, or maybe you need to go to, there's groups that are free, that people that have been in business and they're retired and they give of their services, and maybe you need to get somebody that has experience with that to tell you whether or not this is viable for a business before you put a lot of time and money and effort into it. Oh, so Captain Jack says, I be a scrapper, LOL. Proof be in me, channel, LOL. Oh, I love to sing as well, he says.
Very nice, very nice.
I have,
And
hold on. I have to tell you the story because it's really hard wired into me right now. I have a dear, dear friend, and I was singing happy birthday to her. And I didn't get too far along when she goes, ah, that's okay. That's okay.
Oh no.
Yes.
Shame on her.
Boo. Yeah. You
Boo,
don't
boo
do
is
that.
right.
I don't care if it sounds horrible or not. That's bad.
That I sing off tune to certain people just on purpose. And they love it because I sing so badly off tune. They're like, okay, I know that you did that from your heart because God help you, you know. And it's kind of like that movie, My Best Friend's Wedding, when the fiance gets up to sing at the karaoke bar, and it was so bad that the crowd couldn't do anything but to love her because of the fact that she was in there trying to do it for her love and passion of her fiance, right? And so while we love those little winning attitudes and the idea of yes, my passion is going to make it happen, the reality is that if you're looking in business and you're looking for the opportunity for it to grow, you might want to check and see, is it something that the world is ready for or that the world is looking for?
Now, you know what? There are exceptions. Let's take the iPhone, for example. Nobody was looking for a phone. We had one that was hanging on the wall. We were happy with that. No, people had those great big honkers for a while, that were in the car. But, nobody thought, oh my God, I need that iPhone. They didn't know about it, right? It was something new. So that there are exceptions. So don't think that we are trying to talk you out of something.
Oh no, we're not
What
talking
I'm saying is, I think you should get the advice of some people. And if you don't get the right advice, then go, try somebody else. To me, hiring a coach or hiring a mentor or asking a friend to let you bounce ideas off of them is a really good chance for you to understand whether your passion has merit to make money, to make a business out of it.
You know, I have to applaud you and agree with you completely. I believe that a coach, a mentor, I'm not real big on friends. I have a couple of friends that one of them even calls herself, she goes, I'm just going to be a naysayer. Finally, I told her, I said, you say nay one more time before I even tell you what it is. You need to nay yourself out the door because because she just didn't want me to succeed for her own fears, not for mine. What if you fail? What if, right? So I do believe in a mentor, a consultation, and something to give you an outside look at it is absolutely correct because a passion definitely can become a meaningful endeavor, not only tendering and carrying your heart, it can help you to achieve goals for you and your family and to give you a way and an opportunity to bring out your blessings.
Melinda, I have a story that I think a lot of people would enjoy hearing. It is bittersweet, okay? Bitter comes first and then the sweet comes later. So, a good friend of mine, and I know you as well know her, she's a big speaker, and I don't mean like big, I mean she's a speaker and she's, quite well known. She was in a horrible fire. Her house burned down, and while it was burning, she went back in to get she had children, and her husband was burned. One of her children died.
Oh, Lord.
The rest of them, everybody was burned. Oh, it was terrible. Her other child was in the hospital for a long time. She turned the passion of helping other people not have to go through that, or the services that people provide for burn, they call them victims. I hate that word. Burn survivors.
Right,
Uh, Justina Page is her name, and she
right.
made it into a nonprofit. And
That's
now
right.
she runs this nonprofit, and it is huge. They have big galas. They have a lot of people behind them, a lot of money behind them. She turned her passion for helping people who've been burned or prevention, to so you don't get burned. into a thriving business that feeds her family, feeds many people, and helps people.
I absolutely believe, and she indeed, she is a wonderful speaker. And when you listen to her, she's from the heart. There is no doubt in my mind, this is all a love passion for her. So absolutely, I'm sorry.
Okay,
That's
so
right. You're absolutely right.
is if ye passionate about something and ye follow that, ye will never work a day in your life, even though ye put in 20 hours a day, 365.
That's absolutely right. I will give you a totally different scenario. My son loves helping people, and what does he do? What does he do? Um, but he works with I had oh he does work for people with FEMA, and as he goes along and he watches what's happening, he's like, okay, we really need to change some things. And he's about to really do some different things that he sees that he really needs to say, I've seen this from the inside now, and we need to bring some light on it. We need to make some changes and help some changes make happen. And I'm sure that when he finally gets ready, and he's in the process now of bringing out, I know that people who have been hit by the hurricanes, hit by the process, understands how difficult the process is, and understands that a lot of people wait a lot of time to just get help. Will probably jump on his bandwagon and say, "Oh my God, let's make these changes. How do we do it?" Because that's exactly what's happening. He is turning what he loves to do and spends, I'd hate to say, gazillion hours working it from the inside into something that he can, create on the outside.
Before we move on, I want to finish telling you about Justina Page. I found her book. It's called The Circle of Fire. And also the name of her nonprofit, the company name is the Amos, Amos House of Faith. The Amos House of Faith. And she's got a Facebook page. I'm sure she's got, all the LinkedIn's and Twitter's
Yeah.
and all that stuff. You can see her on her website. And I think it would be a great idea if you're really looking to turn your passion into a business to talk to someone like Justina. She's very kind. She's very giving. And if you want to do a 501c nonprofit, she would be the perfect person to ask, how do you get started? You know,
Right. Because she is very informative and she shares, oh my Lord, she shares information. She helps you in the right direction. She is somebody you definitely want to face or at least try and use some of her time as a mentor. There, I'm saying as a consultation. Let me just have an hour of your time. I'll be glad to honor you by setting up that time, that schedule, and make it happen.
right. Now, I want you to know that Melinda Cooper is a coach, and she would be happy to help you decide all this information. She can help throw things around. And after she's finished with you, that's when you come to me. I don't want to help you try to figure it out whether you're going to make money or not. I literally have to have you after Melinda's finished because um, that's not my sweet spot. My sweet spot is helping you once you're already up and running. But there are plenty of places where you can go and find uh, coaches or information or help with your business. I
That's
don't
right.
want to think we're the only ones,
Oh
but
no,
but we
there's
are
there's
good.
a ton of people out there, and I always refer people. I don't have a problem. I know I'm not everybody's coach, and that's okay because they're not always my client. But I have no qualms in facing that. So I tell them immediately, I don't know that I can help you, but Lord, let me help you in the right direction.
Hmm.
Let me help you find somebody. Let me give you somebody else that may give exactly what you need.
I agree. I
And
totally agree with that.
and when you do that, life is a little bit different because now you're still feeling your passion. You're still helping somebody, even if you're not the person that can help them.
That's right. Yeah, I agree with that. I want you to do what you're passionate about. I don't want you stuck in a job. I don't want you that they say that, just over broke job. Uh, but if you love your job, that's fine. Now, I run a mastermind group, and one of my mastermind members has a corporate job and she loves it. She loves it, but she's looking down the line. So she knows she's going to be retiring in the next 5 years and has decided that she wants to start now before, all of a sudden, she's retiring in a month and okay, now what do I, start my business now? No, she's starting long before she needs any income from it, which I think is very smart. If you could think about it ahead of time, that's like the smartest way to go about it. Do you agree with that, Belinda?
Absolutely. I'm a living experience of do not wait. you know, I had a job. I was in a corporate job. I had been there for eons, to be honest with you. And each time I was like, okay, first time I took the job, I was a single mom. I went up up the ladder, shall we say, and took a different, I moved over, divisions and things like this. And then it was like, first I got to pay the bills, then I got to pay for my kids, then my husband and I got married. Oh, and then we got to build a new house, or then we have to pay for the kids' high school education. Oh, by the way, we're going to pay for the college education, and oh, the kids need whatever. So I stayed in it a long time for a lot of different reasons, meeting different reasons why I did not want to be there. But I always had the ultimate, I'm going to help support my family. It wasn't until I started, you're going to laugh. My husband would say, baby, it's time to get up and go to work. And I want you to know I started to cry. I said, no, I think I'm sick today. He's, he says, no, crying is not an illness. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's an illness and I don't feel good. And I don't want to. Finally, one time he says, baby, please tell me what is going on. I said, I do no longer do I want to go to work. No longer do I want to be in that job.
It
I
was
said,
stressful, and it wasn't you. And they were doing things that you didn't agree with, and it felt out of integrity and a lot of other stuff. I have up on the screen how to get a hold of um, the Amos House of Faith because we've got some people in the audience who are asking how to get a hold of her, Justina Page. It's the amoshouse.org is the URL. If you're just in case you're listening to this on the podcast and you can't see our screen, I want you to be able to reach out to Justina at the amoshouse.org. And of course, you have to do the HTTP colon whack whack, all that stuff. But tell her that Melinda Cooper and Marion LaSalle sent you, and she will treat you right.
yes, indeed. She's a very honorable woman and she does great, great blessings for many people. Many people.
Another shout out is to a friend of Captain Jack's and mine. It's Totally Kathy. Now, Totally Kathy um, has a YouTube channel. So she turned her passion of wanting to lose weight and helping others lose weight into, I'm not sure if it's a business, but I think it is because she has classes and everything that she talks
Oh,
about
very
and
nice. Right.
sells bath bombs and things. So she's using YouTube in order to generate income. But every morning at 7 a.m. Central Time, she is on um, live. She's on a live show. She doesn't do any recorded videos, just live for an hour. And she prays with people and she helps people feel better. And she says she's over 300 pounds and is asking for help. And she wants to help people. She's a coach of a personal coach.
Very nice. Well,
Shout out to
well,
Kathy.
while we're at the process of shouting out, I want to shout out to my good friend, Marion LaSalle, because in my opinion, yes, yes, indeed, Marion, ever since I've met Marion, besides making me laugh a whole lot, she's always been the software queen. She is a lady who will try any kind of app, any kind of software. If I say, I don't know what I'm doing, please go check this out, she will do this. So, what did this woman do with her passion of learning and trying a new challenge and figuring out? She created a membership that is just to help you figure out the various types of software and apps. And let me see how we can make your business move easier and help you push this button and tweak that. And don't forget this. And oh my God, did you even put this in line? And oh, what mic are you using? And God, did you put that on there? Do you see what you look? Even before she says, do you see what you look like? I said, look, I've lost a lot of weight. My clothes are too big. This is what I got today. And she started laughing. But it's because of the fact that she is truly out there working with people, the passion that she has, and she's ready to spread the word. So I'd like for you to reach out to my friend, Marion LaSalle. And you know what? Tell her Melinda Cooper sent you. See if that helps. See if that will maybe get you in the door a little bit quicker. But
Yeah.
see if maybe she can squeeze you in. But she really does tremendous work, and she helps entrepreneurs who are already up and running. I will admit that they have to be at least up and running, because she's like, okay, why do you want to know that if you're not going to use it? That might not even be what you need. And she will tell you that. She has, why are you going to use that? You don't need it. And it's like, wait, I might need it. Melinda, no, Mike. You're either going to use it or you're not. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your time. And don't come to me for help with that. So, I
So
really, I
I'm
like her honesty. No, I like the honesty. I like the honesty, and I like the fact that she is not going to let you waste time if it's on something that you really don't need. And she will tell you, you don't need that right now. When you get down the road, let's revisit it. But right now, what you have to
Let
do
me tell you
is
a thought
work.
here that everyone needs, and very few people pay attention to me until it's too late. LastPass. If you struggle with your passwords, I'm going to tell you that you need LastPass. LastPass will keep all your passwords. You only need to remember one password. Don't ever lose that one, because that's how you get into LastPass. And it will keep track of every password. You go to a website and you have to put a password in, it will even create one for you that's safe and secure. And you just click the button and it goes right up into that LastPass little safe, and you're good to go. I've had people tell me, oh my God, I can't believe I waited so long to do this. Yeah, that's my tip for today. LastPass. All right, what's your tip, Melinda? Before the time goes too fast. You just got to take your time. What do you got for them? What's your
Here
tip?
is here is my best suggestion. I'm going to give you the golden nugget that I give anyone that speaks to me about their passion. My first question is what is your goal? Why are you doing it? And what do you intend to do with it? Okay. The second question which is all about themselves, is it a passion that's coming from your heart, or is it a fleeting thought for the moment that looks like a hot topic? And then finally, something that really touches my heart is when I say, the question is how bad do you want it? Because while it could be a passion, I love to crochet. I love to sew. I've been sewing since I was 5 years old. I could probably, actually, I had a clothing line. When I was 16, I had a clothing line that I sold out into New York fashion. I actually had that way back in the day. But would I do that today? Would that ever be my business? Not on your life.
But you know what, Melinda? There are people that have a YouTube channel that just sit there and knit and talk, and they have like 30,000 viewers and they're
Okay.
making money. I mean, it literally could be anything. right?
It can be anything.
But you do have to have a strategy. You do have to have a plan. You do have to have a strategy is the only way I can think about it because, as you can tell, I'm really excited about this because I've seen people that have 20,000 viewers or 20,000 people, what do you call it?
Subscribers.
Subscribers on YouTube, and they're not taking advantage of it. And they get on every day, but their goal is not. They don't have anybody helping them to create money around that because their
That's right.
audience would support them, like on a website called Patreon.com. People would support them. I support people
Right. I
on,
do too.
on
I
Patreon.
do
Yes, you
too.
do. I know you do. And it's because we don't want them to stop. Okay.
That's right.
So
And, and and that's why I say you want to make sure really one why you want to do that. If you're knitting and you're giving out golden nuggets and you're helping people with their lives and that's what you want to do, that's fabulous. Okay? So then what is your ultimate goal with that? And how much time are you actually going to take out of your life to accept that? Because I don't care what anybody says. When people tell me I'm taking one day at a time, my question to them always is, so is there another way to do it? Is there another way to take your day? Because that is the day that you are living. Those are the moments that you are sharing and or giving away or selling away, whatever you want to call it. So how bad do you want it? When you know that answer, then you know how much you'll work it and make it work for you.
I agree with that. If it's a fleeting thought, like you said, it may seem really cool at the time, but if you wake up tomorrow and you can't even remember you thought about it, you know. But if it's truly a passion, it'll keep coming up. It'll keep
Yes, it
coming
will.
up and coming up, even if it, goes for a month, but it'll keep bubbling to the top. And that's what happened to me. So I was also in corporate America for a short period of time. I worked for a company that did environmental sniffing. It was a monitoring company where
Yeah, it's like, okay.
they had these. They didn't do it with their nose. They had sniffers, and they would go out to the oil refineries here in Texas, and they would find leaks. Okay,
Right.
that was their job. And I worked for them in the, believe it or not, the marketing department. Can you believe that they would have marketing? But they did. And, and one day, I'm a worker. I'm a worker bee. You can't hold me down. I'm working on something. And I went into my boss. I said, okay, I'm all finished with that project. Now what do I do? You know what she said? Go back in your room and look busy. Get on Pogo or something and play games, but just look busy. Otherwise, they're going to let you go. And I was like, huh? Huh? What?
Right. Right. You know, that's to me, it's I always say that those are people that are at work on retirement. You know, it's it's
So Captain Jack says, no fleeting thought here. I have been this flirt pirate since birth, but life sidetracked me until about 4 years ago. I am not a narcissist. I am a God-fearing man who is still here. Some. I'm not really sure about that last part there, Captain Jack. Who is
I'm
here?
not sure what some is, but
Yeah. Oh,
but I
there's a
appreciate
limit.
the honesty.
Chat limits. Oh, okay, the amount of letters you can use. I got you. Well, guess what, Captain Jack? You can come on the show with us sometime. You just let us know, and you could be sitting right here with us. They split the screen in three. You just let us know, and we'd be happy to talk with you. You seem like a real cool guy.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? I'm a flirt, so I can deal with that. I love flirting. It's gives up your calories. You have to work at it. You have to use your brain, and it has to come out correctly. And it doesn't cost you anything. Yeah, we can do that all day long.
I love you. You're awesome. You are just so awesome. Man, the time just flies by when you're here, Melinda.
Oh, thank you.
I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy. Melinda's in the house. Yes, Melinda's
Yay!
in the
I
house.
never know what that means exactly because I'm afraid of what house and where is it located and how, all those good things that my logical brain slips into.
Uh, uh-huh. There you go. All right, well, we've got to take off now. We're way over time. Thank you, Melinda, for joining us today.
As
Captain Jack,
usual.
it was wonderful having you in the audience today. We appreciate you. Thank you to everybody who feels that they want to be here with us because we want to be here as well. And honestly, we would be here whether anybody joined us or not. We enjoy this. We love to laugh. We love to have fun. And we love to share our gifts. So thank you for joining us. We will see you again very, very soon. Melinda, you're awesome.
Thank you. Thank you, girl. You rock. Thank you. Mwah. See you
Now,
guys soon.
I want y'all to be good, but mostly, I want you to create an awesome day for yourself.